What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about fletching arrows on a Bitzenburger jig. Now, I don't like to throw the term out game changer too often, but when it comes to setting up the degree of helical on the Bitzenburger, I've always struggled with this, and this is where this product has actually simplified this process for me. Years past, I've always just used the boning fletching jig that you can pick up off Amazon for roughly about 40 bucks. Very inexpensive jig, great for starters. I've done a bunch of different review videos on this, but the downside to this jig is you can't change from a right to a left. It's only available in a right 3 degree, and then also it's very limited on your vane placements, whereas the Bitzenburger kind of helps bring your fletching game to the next level. You can play around if you like a left or a right helical, and then you can also play around with the degree of helical that you're putting on your setup. Now, as I already mentioned, for me, I've struggled on adjusting this properly to ensure that you get proper vane placement so your vanes stick to your arrows, and then also determining the degree of helical, and that's where this product comes into play. So again, this is offered through Wolverine Archery. You can pick this up on Etsy. It's a 3D printed part. I think I picked it up for about 39 bucks to my door. It's a Michigan-based company, and it's really made setting up the Bitzenburger super simple. So what you're going to get with this kit is you will get an Allen wrench used to adjust your Bitzenburger. You're going to get a C-clamp, which is for your arrow. You're going to get a magnet, and then you're going to get a variety of helical degrees that you can use to set this jig up. If you're fletching to the left, you only have a 2 degree helical, but then you also have a 1 degree helical, and then you also have a straight clamp, and then you get into your right degree, and your right goes all the way up to a 3 degree, which for me is what I prefer because I get the best accuracy, especially at longer distances. But real quick, I just want to show you how simple it is to use this product and how simple it is to set up the Bitzenburger jig now that I have this through Wolverine Archery. So the only thing that you really need to do is just take this C-clamp, place it on your arrow, pick the degree of helical that you want and the direction that you're going to fletch in. Again, for me, I'm going right 3 degree. You're going to loosen up your setting on your Bitzenburger just so it's basically just sitting there. And then what you'll do is you'll go ahead, you'll drop your arrow into the knock receiver, take the magnet that's provided, put it on the back of that helical clamp, and then from there, it's basically just pulled that setting right in, and you can go ahead and clamp that down. Now, what I would recommend is that you just give this a quick look, make sure that the magnet is flush on there, you don't have any gaps, and then like I said, from there, you can go ahead and you can snug this down. Now, I've already gone ahead and fletched a couple arrows, and I'll basically show you guys the results, and I'll also compare it to some of the previous arrows that I've done in the past using the boning. But like I said, the issues that I've ran into before in the past with the boning is just the vane placement. Other than that, that jig's been great for me. But that's basically it. So we're all done with this. This thing comes with this really sweet carrying case or this really sweet storage case. It's got a spot for the Allen wrench, the magnet, the C-clamps, and then all the different degree of helicals. But then basically your jig is now set up and ready to go. So a couple other things that I want to talk about is just direction of helical. Which way should you fletch, left or right? The easiest way to determine that is to figure out which way your bow naturally spins the arrow. A quick test is just stand about a foot away, 2 feet away from a target with a bare shaft arrow, make a mark on your arrow, shoot that. If it goes to the right, fletch to the right. If it goes to the left, fletch it to the left. The other way to determine that is based on which way your string manufacturer twists the string. So if they twist it to the left, it's going to spin your arrow to the right, and vice versa. Now, the reason that you want to fletch in the direction that your arrow is naturally spinning is because say your arrow spins to the right, you fletch it to the left, then basically the arrow is going to leave the bow going to the right, and then it'll correct back to the left. And what that does is it basically takes away some of the efficiencies in your setup. So if it spins to the right, it just makes sense to fletch it to the right. Now, as far as vane placement goes, for me, being that I have a beard, I tend to run my vanes a little bit more forward to not get any facial contact. Facial contact on your vanes is definitely going to decrease your accuracy, especially at longer distances. The best way to determine vane placement is just take a bare shaft arrow, draw back, and have your wife or your friend just basically mark the arrow to where you're not going to have any facial pressure with your vanes. And then what's nice about the Bitzenburger jigs is all the clamps have these hash marks, so you can go ahead and figure out exactly where you need to place your arrow, make a line, and then it's very repeatable every single time you put a vane on. So like I said, very happy with the results. I wanted to share this with you guys because like I said, I've always wanted to use the Bitzenburger jig, but for me it's always been a struggle on how to properly set them up, and this kit has made it super simple. So this is going to be the jig that I use going forward. But that's it for this video. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you leave me a comment below. You can always reach out to me directly on Instagram. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.